Students, welcome to the online video teaching from Sri Shankaracharya Vidyalaya. We are going to study the social science through this video, and today's chapter is understanding secularism. Hope you are all well, and this video will definitely find you in best of your health and high spirits. So from this video and this slide, you can see the chapter heading is given over here. It is chapter 2 and it is the understanding secularism. So it is one of the vital chapter and very interesting and very knowledgeable. You will be gaining a lot of knowledge from this chapter. So let us read and let us understand what is understanding secularism. Let us understand secularism. Before understanding secularism in detail, I have divided this whole chapter under 5 heads. You can see it's written over here. Number 1, introduction. That is, we will be giving a small introduction about the understanding of secularism. And then what is secularism? We have to know the meaning of the word secularism over here. Next is why it is important to separate religion from state. That is, we are going to separate religion from the state. And what is Indian secularism? Because we are Indians and we are staying in India, we are living in India, so it is definitely very important to know what is the Indian secularism. In what way the Indian secularism is different from the other democratic countries. So we are supposed to compare also our Indian secularism with other democratic countries. So let us study, let us read step by step the understanding secularism. Now it is written, you can see, history provides us with many examples of discrimination, exclusion, persecution on the grounds of religion. Now I have given 3 very difficult words over here, so it is very important to know the meaning of these words also: discrimination, exclusion and persecution. So discrimination means making distinction between human beings. Okay, it may be in form of religion, it may be in form of class, in form of caste. One person is making discrimination with the other. That is in the form of religion also. That is, one person belonging to the Hindu may discriminate or make distinction with a Muslim, Sikh, Jain or any other caste people, religious people. It may be between the upper caste or the lower caste also. It may be from higher class, lower class people also. Now persecution means it is the ill treatment. The distinction, you are making a distinction between the human beings, you are making a ill treatment too. If one is dominating the other religion or other caste, he is making a ill treatment too. So it is the process of persecution also. Now exclusion, it is the excluded. It is just the opposite word of included. It is the excluded thing. That once we are making the distinction or making the discrimination, we are excluding that caste, religion, trying to exclude that caste, religion or the religion too. So we have an example over here. If we have read, it is about the Jews. The Jews were persecuted in Hitler's Germany and millions were killed over there. Because Hitler, he persecuted and the Jews and millions were killed over there. Now, however, Jewish state of Israel treats its own Muslim and Christian minorities badly. So this creates a total chaos in the country. It creates the process of discrimination very prominent. So in Saudi Arabia, if you say an example, non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple or church over there. Because if you move to, we've moved to Saudi Arabia, the non-Muslims, because we are not, if I am not a Muslim, I am not allowed to build a temple over there, I am not allowed to build a church over there. So gathering in the public places for prayers is also not allowed. So these are how one religion community either persecute or discriminate against members of other religious communities. So these acts of discrimination takes place more easily when one religion is given official recognition by the state at the expense of the other religion. So no one would wish to be discriminated against because of their religion or dominated by the other religion. If you see in your class, if all classmates is equal in front of the friends also, or in front of teachers also, in front of school also. But if you go on discriminating a friend that he is a Muslim or he is a Sikh or he is of other religion, so we don't want to talk with that person. Or if it is of higher class, if one is coming in a big car, if one discriminates that person, that I am coming in a big car, I won't talk with a person that coming by walking. Or if a person talks about the caste also, but I am from the upper caste, I am Brahmin, I won't talk with an OBC or an SC or ST. So this discrimination, it should not be discriminated against because of their religion or dominated by any other religion. In India, can the state discriminate against the citizens on the grounds of the religion? It becomes a question. So let us see how India is working over it. From the last examples, it can be said that the act of discrimination takes place easily when one religion is given official recognition by the state at the expense of the other religion. So if one religion is given more importance in a state or in a country, then other religions obviously gets dominated. So if, for example, if I say if Hindu religion is given more importance in a state or in a country, then other religions will be having dominated, or it will be having a less power in the state or in a country. So one would wish to be discriminated against because of their religion not dominated by another religion. So let us understand. India is a secular state. It means that India, the state protects all religions equally and does not itself uphold any religion as the state religion. This happens in India. India is a secular state. Why we call secular state? Because this means that state protects all religion equally and does not itself uphold any religion in the state religion. No religion is given the importance as a state religions. All are treated equally. The Indian Constitution allows individual the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices. India adopted a strategy of separating the power religion and the power of state. So India, what it did? India adopted a strategy. What strategy? Of separating the power religion and the power of state. He separated this. Now what is secularism? The Indian Constitution allows individual the freedom to live by their religious belief and practices as they interpret this. In keeping with this idea of religious freedom for all, India also adopted a strategy of separating the power of religion and power of state. That is secularism. So secularism refers this separation of religion from the state. So this is the meaning of secularism. That is, it refers to the separation of the religion from the state. No religion is given the dominant position or given the importance, the most importance in the state. That is, religion and state are kept apart from each other. So understanding secularism, once again we are coming up with the term secularism. It should be cleared with the conception what is the secularism, because with this conception of secularism we are going far with this whole of this chapter. So let us see. The term secularism refers to the separation between the power of religion and power of state. Just now I said this is important for a country to function democratically. If we want to maintain peace and order in a country or avoid chaos, there should be the power of religion and power of state should be separated. The Indian Constitution contains fundamental rights. Fundamental rights we read in the last chapter also. What are the fundamental rights? That protect us against the state power as well as against the tyranny of the majority. This is a picture representing all the cultures. It is home. It's a Christian. It's for the Hindus, for Christians, for the Sikhs, and all the Sikh and the Muslims and all these pictures are giving, and because it's giving it is no separation, no discrimination, its figure represents. There should not be any discrimination. One religion should not dominate the other. Now, why it is important to separate religion from state? Why it is important? See, as we discussed, the most important aspect of secularism is its separation of religion from state power. This is important for a country to function democratically. If there is a total peace and order regarding the religion and no separation or no dominance of religion from the state power, there should always be a concept of maintaining peace and order, and the country can function democratically. Almost all countries of the world will have more than one religion, one religious group living in them. Within these religious groups, there are mostly likely to be one group that is in majority. See, in a country, various religious groups live. There may be Hindus, there may be Muslims, there may be Sikh, there may be Jains, there may be any other religions also. But one religion may be in majority. Many people are living, more people are living in one area, maybe it may happen. So, majority quite easily prevent minorities from practicing their religions. So, majority can dominate over the minorities. If Muslims are in minority group, Hindus can dominate over there. But any form of domination based on religion is in violation. But will that minority group, that is, if I taking for example the Muslim are in minority, will they take in consideration that they will be dominated? If I am having a minority group, if in your class, for example, some students are of Sikh religion and majority are of Hindu religion, if the Hindus go on dominating the Sikh, will they still be dominated and keep quiet? Once they will start the violation. Why we are being treated like this? So this creates the violation in the country too. So therefore the tyranny of the majority and violation of fundamental rights that can result is one reason why it is important to separate the state and religion in democratic societies. Fine. So, importance of separating religion from the state, that we are saying it. Another reason that is important to separate religion from the state in democratic societies is because we also need to protect the freedom of individuals to exit from their religion, embrace another religion, to have freedom or interpret religious teaching differently. So what is that? If state power were in hands of those of Hindus which support untouchability, do you think that there will be talks to change this? If we take a part of dominant religion group, you might face a lot of resistance from fellow members of your community. Just now I said, taken an example of your class. If one group tries to dominate the religious group of another religion, will they keep quiet and take this process of dominance as their part of life? No. They will start their own violence. These members who have controlled the state power might say that there is one interpretation of Hinduism and that you do not have the freedom to interpret this independently. So they, to keep peace and order in the country and as a dominant country or as a democracy, as a democratic country, there should always be keeping peace and order. There should be importance of separating religious from the state. So just now we said with an examples over here. The majority quite easily prevent minorities from practicing their religions. It can too, because majority people, if in your class the majority are from are Hindus, they can easily dominate over the minorities if they are the Sikh or any other religion. Any form of dominated based on religion in violence. But will they keep quiet, been dominated every time? they will start the violence. And what will happen as a result? The peace and order of the class will remove. There will no existence of peace and order in the class. And what will happen? The ultimatum, that is the motto of being keeping a total peace and order, that will be disturbed. It may happen in the country also. So in a democratic societies, it is important to separate the state and religion in democratic society. Another reason, just now I said, to separate state, it is important to protect the freedom of individuals to embrace, to exit from any religion. So just now I took the example of a class also. There should be an individual's freedom also. One is of one religion, another is of another religion. That one person as an individual, as a person, they should have a freedom to stay in a country or maintain their own religious teachings differently. That's all for the today's video. In the next video, we will be reading about the India's federalism. What makes India a secular country.